Okay, it is currently, I believe, 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm kind of tired, kind of not tired. I feel like I'm able to watch another episode of Umbrella Academy if I just get some food in my system, which I'm definitely about to. But the Umbrella Academy season 3. I'm just gonna say briefly, this season was the weakest season out of the three, definitely. But I still enjoyed myself. And I found this season to be pretty delicious. Not too delicious, but delicious to a certain degree where I can say that I definitely enjoyed it. And some episodes were decent, other episodes really kept me at the edge of my seat. But overall, I thought season 3 was a pretty enjoyable season. And kind of like what I said from my season 2 review, if I in the next 10 years, if I ever forget what happened in Umbrella Academy and I want to refresh my memory and just enjoy the show again, I'll definitely do that. And I honestly plan on rewatching seasons 1 and 2 just to kind of get a brief mental, just to get like a just to really kind of confirm which season I like better. I think I like season 1 better, but both of the seasons have something about them that I love more. Where season 2 has, I would say, probably better subplots, but season 1 had a real cohesive flow to it that flowed very nicely, and it had a better flow to it, a better ending to it, and the build up in that season was much better, definitely. But season 2 I thought was really fun, and I thought that I really liked the different, and there was a lot more subplots in season 2 that I really liked more. But anyway, diving into season 3, I love this Sparrow Academy uh thing. I like the idea of it. I like the concept of it. At first, I thought I was not gonna like it when I first heard of it. You know, when I looked at some previews of season 3, but overall, I liked them. And I would have liked to have spent more time with some of the characters, like Marcus, for example. I like Marcus. I thought he was pretty compelling, and I would have liked to have seen more from him. But he literally died in the first episode of this season, and if I had to say a flaw for this season, I would say this over all the seasons, they don't really utilize their characters for the fullest extent. And that might be because sorry, my alarm just went off. But let me get back to what I'm talking about. That might be because like they have to further the plot and they have to really subvert expectations, but at the same time that kind of takes away from some possible character growth and character development. And I was talking about this with my Jujutsu Kaisen videos, that it's okay to be a story heavy show, but at the same time there's some elements that you can miss, and that there's some elements that the author probably didn't really take advantage of. And I would have liked to have seen something with Marcus, and I would have liked to have seen where that could have gone with, and how and I would have liked to have seen how different his leader complex is, compared to Luther's. And yeah, so I found that to be kind of disappointing. Um, I was really hoping we were gonna get a Allison villain arc. To be honest with you, I thought we were gonna get an Allison villain arc by the end of this season, and I was honestly all for it because I thought Allison was, I would definitely say, the spotlight of this season. I thought she was arguably the best part of season 3 for me, and I really liked her character and some of the decisions that she make, that her losing her mind and her making all of these dastardly decisions, like for example her forcing Luther to have intimacy with her, kissing her. I like just stuff like that, and her just snapping at Victor and just her going off. Like it's just, I would have liked to have seen that build up commit to a final villain arc for the show, and I really think Allison could have been a very effective villain. With her losing everybody, her losing everybody, and her becoming this psychopath that who just doesn't have any feelings for her family anymore because she's tired of it. She's tired of making all of these sacrifices, and she's tired of just losing, the people that she loves closest to her. But, from the season finale, we obviously see that she she's regained everything. And minor spoilers, of course, for, minor spoilers, of course, I shouldn't really have to, not say that. Of course, it's going to be minor spoilers, but I'm trying to think of what else to talk about here. Allison was my favorite part of season three for me. Five, of course, is a gem. I love Five. I love him more and more as the seasons go on. I love how he picks up on certain things. I love how vigilant he is when no one else is really picking out certain things. Like, for example, him knowing that there's a secret between Reginald and Allison, him picking up on that. Him just picking up on certain things and kind of and knowing what to do in the moment because of his experience, with stuff like this. And I found season three to start off really interesting. With Five going on vacation and the world not having an apocalypse just yet, and then by the end of the season we go into another apocalypse, of course, like all seasons do in this show. And yeah, what other characters interested me? Um, man, Klaus is fucking incredible, man. Klaus is great. How far Klaus has developed from season one, being this druggie who didn't really care about developing his power, to see him bringing Luther back for even if it was a split second, he brought Luther back to say hi to Salone. And that's another thing I want to talk about before I go in about Klaus. The relationship between Luther and Salone honestly was one of my favorite parts of the season too. I really liked the relationship that they had. I thought it was a simple and maybe cheesy for some, but I thought it was a beautiful thing. I liked the fact that Luther had a more carefree approach than he usually does. And I like how he chose to find love, and I think that was really deserved, for his character, especially considering, people like Vic, cause, can't talk. Considering like people like Victor and Diego, and I guess you could say Five too, and Allison and all of his other siblings have found love, but he's always been alone. So it's really refreshing to see him actually get into a relationship this season. Um, Back to Klaus. Man, like just seeing his development from season one, man. He's not my personal favorite character because there's so many other characters that I like in this show, but I love seeing where he is now. And yeah, man, that's all I really want to say. I love seeing his development, and I can't wait to see what he does in season four, man. Hopefully I like season four. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about it. I heard some people say it was decent. I heard some people say that it was bad. If it was bad, man, just know a rant is definitely incoming in the next couple of days. But yeah, man. What else? What else? Trying to think. The whole God thing that the Grace robot was going on about, I thought that was weird. Not in a bad way. I just thought that was weird in general. Don't like Lilia. I think that's her name, Lilia. I don't like her. I hate how she lies constantly towards Diego. I'm honestly kind of surprised that Diego puts up with the bullshit, but we all like crazy girls every once in a while, so I can understand that. But yeah, she just annoys me. She's not a bad character or anything, but she just irritates me. I hate how she always has this urge to lie and just lie to Diego. And I kept saying, like, I hope she gets some character development because since she's becoming a mother, she has to become more honest. So I hope that character development or character growth kind of reflects, in season 4. She can still be crazy, but I hope to see some honesty come because her constantly lying and betraying Diego has just been constantly annoying for me, and I'm just kind of tired of it at this point. And yeah, I just hope to see some character development from her. Um, I love how Harlan was incorporated in this season. I found him talking also to be very refreshing, and I seeing him grow to be, to look like a civilized adult. I thought was really cool considering his condition. Also, I they never really explained how, um, they never really explained how Allison killed Harlan. They never really explained that. And they never really shown that. He was just looked at, with his eyes wide open in the trunk of the car. Um, so yeah, and I like how the conversation between Five and Victor, man, oh, that was so chilling. And it just goes to show you why. And I do know the actor's name now. The actor's name is Aiden Gallagher. I do like the fact that he's such a good actor. Definitely top 3 actors in the show. Top one for many people for good reason. He's just such a good actor, and the conversation that he has with Victor is so good. And the fact that he says, "Victor, if you lie to me, I'll kill you myself." Easily one of my definitely one of my favorite moments in season 3. Arguably my favorite moment. Very chilling scene. The actor delivers the line so well, and yeah, just one of my favorite moments in the entire show. Man, like it's just the confrontations between Five and Victor, like they're so good. You know what I'm saying? Like so good. Gives me chills every time. I can't talk. They did the same thing in season 2, man. Like they was just about to go at it. When Vanya, then she wanted to basically go see Sissy, and then Five said we don't have any time because they were trying to go back to 2019 at that point. So yeah, that's just a really good thing, a really cool thing. Um, Ben was a real asshole this season. I mean, that's really about it. I know I could go on for a couple more minutes talking about how much I hated Ben this season, but we all like if you've seen the season, we all know how much of an asshole Ben is. I mean, I don't have to say anything else. I'm trying to think of what else, man. Pogo was in like a biker gang. I thought that was pretty unexpected. You know, the Klaus mom thing when he was looking for his mom